My beloved child, listen to my voice now. This is no ordinary moment. I stand before you with promises too grand to delay. Every second that passes holds the potential for my miracles to transform your life. I call you to cast aside fear and hesitation. The keys to eternal hope and abundant blessings await you right here, right now. Stay with me until the very end of this message, for I am about to reveal the divine secrets that will ignite your spirit, renew your strength, and set you on the path to everlasting victory. Do not let this moment slip away. Embrace the light I have prepared for you and step boldly into the destiny I have woven just for your soul. Pause and let your soul settle in my presence. Let the gentle truth of my words seep into your heart. I notice each breath you draw, every beat of your heart, and every quiet longing you carry. Even in this very moment, my arms encircle you, bearing you through every season, guarding both your dreams and your concerns. When you wake up each day, set your mind on me before worries or tasks take over. I long for you to recognize my nearness the moment your eyes open, to sense the comfort of my presence even before your feet touch the floor. I see how the weight of life can press down upon you. Issues at work, misunderstandings with loved ones, and aches that are hard to name. In those instances, inhale my peace. Remember that I am the one who holds the universe together. The stars dwell exactly where I place them, and the sun makes its daily ascent by my decree. Surely, handling the intricacies of your life is not beyond my ability. Allow my words to guide you when you're unsure of your path. I speak with both authority and deep compassion, urging you to move forward without fear. While there may be times you feel alone, be assured I go before you and stand behind you, poised to protect. When discouragement whispers falsehoods in your ear, insisting you're unfit or that your struggles can't be resolved, draw closer to me. My spirit will stir up the truth within you, that you are chosen, treasured, and capable of far more than you can see. All I ask is that you follow my lead and trust my flawless timing. Rest in the knowledge that I'm arranging situations behind the scenes, weaving together details you cannot yet comprehend. Doors of opportunity will open at the precise moment, and solutions will surface in ways that clearly display my involvement. Simply remain open and patient, fixing your gaze on me rather than on whatever looms or threatens to overwhelm you. Never doubt my capacity to reveal blessings amid brokenness. Even what appears beyond hope can be reshaped into something beautiful in my eyes. Picture me as a gardener, attentive to each seed of your faith, pruning the obstacles to your growth, nourishing your spirit's thirst, and patiently awaiting the flowering of your trust. When you abide in my presence, your fears recede, your heart grows softer, and your perspective sharpens. Choose to rest in my love, and you'll find that no force can truly harm you, nor can any voice erase the worth I have placed within you. I watch how you wrestle with human opinions, seeking affirmation, dreading rejection, or feeling wounded by careless remarks. But remember, my view of you holds the greatest weight. Though others may misunderstand or judge unfairly, I see the sincerity of your heart and the purity of your intent. Harsh criticism can hurt, yet when your identity is founded in me, such words lose their sting. Trust that you are dear to me, formed lovingly according to my design. I delight in your compassionate spirit, in the gentle kindness you show, and the thoughtfulness you extend to others. Certainly this world contains envy, malice, and misjudgment, but you are called to exist beyond that turmoil, securing yourself in me rather than in fickle public opinions. People may work against you, but I remain unwavering, your true stronghold, your refuge. Wrap yourself in my words, and recall the promises I've spoken to your heart. My power shines brightest where you feel most frail, so place your burdens at my feet, and watch as I convert them into testaments of grace. I have witnessed every struggle you endured, and every tear you shed in times of seeming defeat. You've walked through trials that tested your endurance, suffering such darkness that hopelessness whispered you should surrender. But observe how my sustaining hand has brought you to this moment. I guided, consoled, and sprinkled hope upon your path. Even when you staggered or felt overwhelmed by life's storm, you were never abandoned. Now I'm summoning you into a season of triumph. Release the heartbreak that has lingered and embrace the fresh chapter I've crafted just for you. You needn't fear judgments or hateful words, for your value isn't determined by anyone's approval. Raise your head in dignity. As one beloved by the Almighty, advance with quiet confidence, knowing that every blessing I have set aside for you will surely reach your hands. Leave behind those who constantly fill your spirit with negativity. Instead, dwell in the healing air of my nearness, where I will flood your heart with peace and joy no one can snatch away. Yes, you faced difficulties, but you've also witnessed victories, unexpected breakthroughs, and last-minute solutions. These triumphs offer glimpses of my power and compassion, reassuring you that I've never abandoned you. My spirit continually replenishes your strength, empowering you to surpass what you once deemed impossible. Celebrate these wins and let them boost your faith to tackle even greater challenges. Today, let my truth saturate your thoughts. Stay close to my word. It dispels fear and aligns you with the reality of my kingdom. Life's storms may rage, but my word stands unshaken. May it serve as your lighthouse, guiding you to a haven of safety. As you cling to my promises, you'll discover fresh courage to silence the negativity knocking at the door of your mind. Keep feeding your heart with my truth, leaving no space for doubt to sprout. I want you to come freely to me, holding nothing back. Your joy, your sorrow, your uncertainty, everything. Don't believe I only want you to seek me when all is calm. In your chaos, especially then, I yearn to enfold you in my arms. I delight in your raw, honest prayers, as unguarded as conversations with a close friend. Speak to me from that vulnerable place, and I will respond with insights that clarify your circumstances, illuminate hidden roads forward, and remind you that your trials are mere shadows against the brilliance of my love. If you sense emptiness or a lack of purpose, invite me into that void. I am an expert at restoring what feels lost, planting hope in places long dried out. Perhaps you have chased after validation, success, or short-lived pleasures, only to feel emptier in the end. My water, however, is ever living, drawn from a source that never diminishes. Drink deeply and discover how every other pursuit fades compared to the richness of my presence. My love is the sustenance your soul craves, and my spirit offers the wellspring that refreshes your innermost being. There may be individuals who once hurt or belittled you who reappear with apologies and remorse. Let compassion and forgiveness shape your response. When you choose mercy, you open the path for your own renewal. Bitterness binds you to old wounds, while forgiveness sets you free, permitting new life to thrive. Situations that felt hopelessly closed off can find restoration through my grace. Doors that were once slammed shut can open smoothly at my urging. I hear you pray for deeper connections, yearning for genuine friends and allies. Believe that I'm leading you to people who will bolster your faith and share in your spiritual journey. You will discover bonds rooted in mutual respect and authentic love, giving you new ways to see my reflection in others. In turning away from isolation, you'll find a supportive community of believers ready to stand beside you in wisdom and empathy. Yes, negativity may swirl around you with rumors or cruel words aimed at your heart. Yet resist allowing their malice to take root in your soul. Stand on my firm truth, unshakable as a rock. Remember that you dwell under the shelter of my protective wing, and no weapon formed against you can ultimately succeed. Speak blessings over your life and cling to my promise of hope. In my arms, you'll find a refuge beyond all human cruelty, a salve for emotional wounds, and a love that remains untarnished by any accusation. Recall the times you were overrun by grief, tears pouring until dawn. I was the one cradling you, comforting you throughout those endless nights. My solace quietly embraced your spirit like a warm blanket, offering a stillness that defied logic. Perhaps you awoke the next morning, your heart surprisingly light, inexplicably renewed. That was me. nourishing your hope and fortifying your faith. Nothing brings me more joy than witnessing you discover new strength after enduring seasons of sorrow. The resilience I placed in you glows even more brightly because of the tears you shed. By leaning on me in your most fragile moments, you allow my power to work wonders. Your life is intertwined with a larger tapestry of redemption and grace, and others will glimpse my handiwork in you as proof of how powerful faith truly is. I plead with you, don't surrender to discouragement. Keep praying, keep believing, and step into the triumphs I have readied for you. When the ascent feels too steep, remember that my power is an unending current lifting you higher than your effort alone ever could. Those looming fears shrink in the brilliance of my majesty. In the hush of surrender, you discover a wellspring of strength that has always been within you, the strength found in me. I cherish you too deeply to let you remain captive to doubt or remorse. Though you may lose faith in yourself, my faith in who I designed you to be never wavers. I see a champion, a fighter molded by challenges but refined by grace. Whatever obstacles confront you, be they outside circumstances or inner battles, I equip you for victory. Grow in your knowledge of who I am, resting in my unwavering promise to you. As your focus shifts toward my steadfast nature, the dark clouds of uncertainty will clear, unveiling the bright horizon I've prepared. I understand how some individuals only come near when it serves their interests, masking envy behind a facade of kindness. Child, guard your heart carefully. Confide your closest secrets to me, for I will never betray you. Judge others by the goodness and honesty they consistently show. Some connections must be kept at a distance to protect your well-being. Do not fear removing yourself from harmful relationships. I will place you in friendships that value the treasure you carry within. You were created for more than just surviving. I intended for you to flourish in body, mind, and spirit. Scarcity isn't your destiny. You were made to walk in blessings. Keep in mind, though, that what I bestow may not always match the world's idea of prosperity. My kingdom treasures inner peace, supportive relationships, and a life rich with purpose. Let me reshape your perspective so you seek not the fleeting triumphs of this world, but the abiding richness of my presence, which alone can fulfill your deepest needs. Remember, too, that your path is yours alone. Don't waste energy comparing yourself to others or envying what they have. Each soul has a unique calling, gifts, and schedule for breakthroughs. Celebrate those who experience triumph and hold on to hope for your own. My plan for your life remains full, and someone else's successes can never diminish it. I possess inexhaustible resources, endless love, and limitless power, able to astonish each child who surrenders to my ways. When you attune your mind to my word, your faith becomes fortified against the negativity in the world. Let my words settle deep within you. Memorize passages that speak directly to your situation and watch as they transform into living strength when adversity arises. My word is more than words on a page. It is sustenance for your spirit, a sword slicing through falsehood, and a fortress amid despair. As you speak these truths over your life, you align with the unshakable foundation of my kingdom. You might fret that you lack perfection, and it's true, you aren't flawless. But perfection was never my requirement. I desire a heart open to change, growth, and honest humility. I treasure sincerity, your willingness to come to me despite shame or doubt. This humility invites the miracles only I can craft. Pride builds barriers against my grace, but humility tears them down, unlocking freedom and renewal. Lay aside the guilt of past missteps, for I don't define you by your errors. Once you've repented, your wrongs are forgiven and forgotten by me. I ask that you forgive yourself as well, moving forward unburdened by regrets. Each day is a blank canvas, and I paint it in hues of redemption and hope. Believe that I'm more invested in your future than in your history. Your setbacks and scars are powerless to nullify my calling or plan for you. Those storms will come, testing your resolve. See yourself like a tree flexing in the wind. Its roots push deeper into the soil, anchoring it even more firmly. So it is with your trials. They urge your spirit to cling to me. In rough seasons, hold tight to my promises, declaring them audibly in your prayers. Let them anchor you, unmovable by life's fiercest waves. If you're currently in a time of waiting, fight the urge to hurry the process. Waiting on me is never wasted. Think of how seeds must rest underground before they break through the surface, blooming in due time. Likewise, I often do my most transformative work beneath the surface of your patience. As you wait, I polish your character, focus your vision, and align events with my perfect will. Have confidence. If you remain steadfast, you won't miss any blessing I set aside for you. I know you desire certainty, yet faith leads you down unseen paths. It's akin to stepping from the boat onto water, trusting my grasp. And if you stumble, call my name. I'll catch you immediately. Don't fear imperfection. Every act of faith, whether strong or tentative, broadens your ability to trust. You were created to do things beyond your natural ability, so lean on my strength. In that way, you'll evolve from a timid soul into one boldly venturing into divine possibilities. Your prayers for guidance, provision, and answers are sweet offerings to me, even when resolution seems distant. Press on in faith. Remember the times your cries were answered in unexpected yet timely ways, leaving you amazed by my swift response. Reflect on these instances as markers of remembrance, anchors of hope during discouragement. My nature is consistent, the same one who split seas and stilled raging storms. As you steadfastly seek my face, you'll realize I remain unchanging in every season. When your heart aches over conflicts within your family or circle of friends, invite me into those fractured places. Show love, even when anger feels justified. Let remembrance of your own forgiveness help you extend mercy. I can mend what appears broken beyond repair, or guide you to set healthy boundaries where needed. In every scenario, I will direct you toward peace. You are never powerless. For prayer and unwavering kindness, allow my grace to pour into wounded relationships, softening hearts, dismantling grudges, and ushering in harmony. Know that you're a valued instrument in my hands, not solely for your personal fulfillment, but to bring hope to others. Each act of kindness you perform, aiding a troubled neighbor, consoling a weary friend, or sharing warmth with a stranger, reflects my heart. Even the smallest gestures of compassion ripple outward, reaching people you may never meet. You become my messenger of light in a world scorched by desperation. The goodness you sow is never fruitless, testifying that I am actively working through you. If your spirit feels restless or incomplete, pay attention. The desire for deeper meaning was woven into your being by my design. Look at the passions I planted in your heart. They aren't random. You might be drawn to creation, teaching, nurturing, healing, or serving in a way not yet clear. Bring those inklings to me. My spirit will inspire new dreams and show you new opportunities. Go boldly after the pursuits that energize your soul in a righteous way. Not only will you find personal fulfillment, but you'll radiate my light for all to see. Take joy in minor milestones. We often fixate on massive breakthroughs or dramatic victories, losing sight of the small gifts near us every day. Choose gratitude for every step forward, every answered prayer, and each fragment of calm in life's storms. Walking with me isn't merely about waiting for monumental events. It is about noticing my provision in the everyday. A thankful heart becomes fertile ground for hope to grow strong. If past betrayal or lingering wounds threaten to overshadow your present, bring them before me. I can heal the fissures in your soul, turning scars into badges of resilience rather than shame. Your pain need not define you. It can serve as a conduit of empathy for those who share similar struggles. Don't hide your brokenness. Hand it to me, and watch as I redeem it, transforming your suffering into a testimony that proclaims healing is possible for everyone. Recognize the lies that may confront you, that your situation is too grim, your faults too heavy, or your prospects too dim. I am the God who turns impossibilities into realities. Darkness cannot withstand my light. It disperses like morning rays after the longest night. In your life, my hope emerges victorious and unstoppable. When fear knocks, answer it with the certainty of one who knows a loving Father stands guard. Sometimes you'll be so overcome by joy that you weep, not out of sadness but from profound awe. It could be a miraculous restoration in your body, a long-broken relationship finding unity, or a cherished prayer answered at last. Let your tears flow freely in those precious moments and celebrate with abandon. I find delight in your joy. Rejoice, reminding yourself and everyone around that goodness triumphs, grace multiplies, and my faithfulness is constant. My love surpasses any season or circumstance. Even if every earthly support dissolves, you are never left desolate. I stand as your anchor, unwavering and secure. Entrust to me your loftiest hopes, your quietest fears, and your most fragile dreams. I will safeguard them, nourish them, and bring them to fruition in ways that outstrip your imagination. Take hold of this unchanging truth. Your life bears deep significance, not because the world says so, but because I do. If you find yourself among people who overlook your value, lift your gaze to me. I see your true self, your vulnerabilities, your strengths, and every heartfelt aspiration. I sing with gladness over you, calling you my treasured one. Let this reality overshadow any voice that tries to label you unimportant or unlovable. Yes, temptations will come. Nobody journeys through life unchallenged, but have no fear. I've already granted you the tools to rise above. My word stands as a sword of truth, prayer as a shield of faith, and my spirit as your unceasing counselor. No matter how enticing or unrelenting the temptation feels, a heart surrendered to me is unassailable. Lean on my strength and watch me create ways for you to evade or conquer what might otherwise undo you. Though your human resolve may waver, I am boundless in strength, always present to support you. I ask that you avoid anchoring your identity in brief, changeable affirmations. Love between humans can be earnest but still falter. My love, on the other hand, is constant, securing your heart in the midst of storms. Chasing others' approval is like building on unsteady ground. Let me be your cornerstone. In my presence, you will be protected from emotional gales, for my love stands firm. Whenever you approach me, happy, exhausted, or broken-hearted, understand that my welcome is always open. My compassion especially abounds when you feel unworthy. In fact, the more transparent you are about your struggles, the larger the space my grace can fill. Let down your defenses in my presence. Allow my love to penetrate even the shadows in your life that you consider too dark or too damaged to reveal. Even if the world unravels, do not let fear govern you. I remain the same, yesterday, today, and forever. My arm is not too short to save, nor does chaos cloud my vision. While others panic, I will keep you in absolute peace as you fix your eyes on me. This peace beyond comprehension marks my presence, available whether or not your external circumstances shift. Let your thoughts dwell on my assurances. They are seeds ready to blossom into faith. Nourish them through prayer, and let hope grow in your heart. Eventually, these seeds will bring forth fruit, stories of rescue, mending, and renewal. As you taste their sweetness, you will see how my words were never hollow, but carry the fullness of heaven's decree. In due time, I will uplift you to new levels, in your work, your relationships, or your personal development. This rise in my kingdom always links to humility, surrender, and a desire to serve others. Even now, ready your heart through gratitude and compassion, so that when the doors open, you walk through with the wisdom needed to handle your blessings in a way that honors me. If you sense a dryness in your spiritual life, if prayer has become laborious or worship feels forced, remain steadfast. Every relationship goes through lulls, and ours is no different. Keep seeking me even when you're not feeling it. Such resolve builds endurance and frequently fosters a deeper closeness when you emerge from the valley. I reward those who diligently pursue me, not only in moments of bliss, but in seasons of spiritual drought. Remind yourself daily that you're on a pilgrimage, drawing closer to me step by step. Though each stride may bring trials, it also carries the chance for profound discovery. The wilderness can be a proving ground, where my voice grows sharper as you rely on me to sustain you. Don't resent the barren periods. They are shaping you into a vessel capable of receiving my glory and authority. Notice, too, that you're not the only one in a fight. Countless others are grappling with similar burdens. Let this understanding give rise to compassion rather than bitterness. When you cross paths with someone exhausted and weighed down, share the same comfort I've given you. Even small words of hope can change the atmosphere, uplifting not just the other person, but also your own spirit. In giving, you receive. Don't be unsettled by obstacles along the way. They do not cancel your destiny. Often they become catalysts for your development. Whenever you falter, repent right away, rise again, and press onward. My grace doesn't only redeem your soul, but also reshapes your experiences, turning hardships into opportunities for growth. Trust my promise that I orchestrate all things, yes, even the painful parts, for the good of those who love me and answer my call. If your hardships have led you to question my very existence, consider the marvel of creation. Look to the expanse of the heavens, the complexity of life, the predictable cycles within nature. All of it reflects my craftsmanship and care. The same God who manages the cosmos intimately understands your battles. Your questions don't offend me. I welcome you to bring them into my light, where I reveal who I am and show you I am real, close, and personal. When frightening storms roll in, sickness, money woes, or abrupt upheavals, pause and reflect on my identity. I made a path through the sea, fed a multitude with a few loaves, even called forth life where death had reigned. My power hasn't changed. Realign your heart with me, and remember that no situation is insurmountable for me. Whisper your fears to me, then inhale the courage my spirit supplies. I see that you've erred at times, and you carry scars that stir regret. Words you can't take back, decisions you wish you could undo. But once laid before me, those scars transition from marks of shame to signs of my redemption. By sharing my goodness in the places where you once stumbled, you demonstrate my power to restore what was lost. Your story becomes a lamp for others struggling down the same dark path. If I can rescue you, I can certainly rescue them. Keep your soul healthy by being watchful of what influences your mind and heart. Your eyes and ears can either welcome purity or allow in harmful negativity. Choose carefully what you read, watch, and listen to. Surround yourself with what points you back to my love and wisdom. This doesn't mean you live disconnected from the world, but that you filter it through hope and faith. In a society brimming with worry, you're called to be a beacon of calm by nurturing your spirit with what is good. Embrace rest. I didn't design you to be a machine, endlessly producing with no pause. Your mind, body, and spirit each need intervals of stillness. In rest, you recalibrate, able to catch the gentle echoes of my voice. Even the strongest will break if they never pause. I demonstrated rest on the seventh day and invite you to join me in that sacred peace, trusting that not all battles require your relentless efforts. When condemnation creeps up, suggesting you're unworthy or that you've let me down, recognize it for the distortion it is. I lovingly guide you to correction, never to despair. The cross testifies that I'm more invested in redeeming you than in punishing you. Accept my forgiveness, walk in it without hesitation, and refuse to dwell in shame's shadows. I want you to take note of the blessings around you. Gratitude illuminates the extent of my provision. Each day I scatter small tokens along your path, an uplifting word at the perfect moment, a breathtaking sunset, or a child's burst of laughter. These reminders say, I am near. As you adopt a thankful spirit, you focus less on what you lack and more on the abundance I constantly offer. When confronting new problems, don't rely exclusively on your own knowledge. Seek my wisdom in prayer, scripture, and the advice of people who love me. Pride insists you can handle everything on your own, but humility opens the door to divine insight. My viewpoint is higher than yours, and I see future outcomes invisible to you. By accepting my direction, You avoid needless diversions and heartbreak. Let my word be the light guiding each step. If people or religious systems have judged you harshly, come to me to find genuine closeness. I did not send my son to condemn, but to bring life. Traditions and guidelines have their place, yet love is at the core of who I am. When you truly experience my love, it dissolves a faith built on performance and replaces it with a living relationship. Then, the good you do grows not from obligation, but from grateful devotion. Holiness transforms from an unyielding checklist into a joyous, willing response to love. Understand that the ache for more than material pursuits is no accident. I embedded eternity within you, a hunger for a deeper existence than what this world can offer. Everything temporary eventually fades, but the joy I grant transcends all boundaries. Welcome my spirit, and you will taste streams of living water coursing within you, refreshing your soul in ways no fleeting thrill can replicate. Remember, tears do not signify weakness. I welcome them as proof of the real feelings I gave you the capacity to hold. Pour out your grief, exasperation, even anger before me. I am strong enough to handle it all. In that honesty, I will speak comfort that lifts you from the depths of sorrow, setting you on a path toward renewal. I know persisting in faith is arduous when change isn't immediate, but that's the nature of faith. To trust in what you have yet to see, standing firm in my unwavering goodness. Let your faith be your mooring in life's storms. As you cling to me, you'll see you're less swayed by emotional turbulence and more anchored by my constant presence. Over time, you'll realize how these trials honed you, forging a testimony brimming with hope. When your sense of identity is shaken, recall that I breathed my life into you with intentional design. You are not an accident. My hands formed you with meticulous care, embedding within you gifts waiting to flourish. If ever you question your worth, stop and remember, I valued you enough to send my own heart, my son, so you might live in abundance. Nothing can invalidate your value unless you allow it. Practice surrender each day. When you rise, place your plans, feelings, and worries before me. Surrender is not defeat. It's actively choosing to trust me above all else. In surrender, you grant me permission to shape your life beyond your own imagination. Resist the impulse to orchestrate every detail. Let me be the captain of your journey, steering you toward extraordinary. You needn't wait for perfection before approaching me. I desire to be involved even in the messiest chapters. Your brokenness doesn't repel me. In fact, I'm drawn to humble hearts that admit their need for my help. Hand over every fragment and watch me form something awe-inspiring from your cracks and breaks. If guilt from your past weighs heavy, remember that fresh beginnings are my specialty. My mercies are renewed with each sunrise, offering you a clean slate unclouded by yesterday's errors. If old mistakes cross your mind, let them point to the depths I've rescued you from. Turn them into commemorations of grace rather than shackles of shame. Be patient as others grow. They too navigate struggles unseen by you. Answer the urge to judge with compassion instead. Provide encouragement over criticism. By extending grace, you reflect my heart, creating an environment that nurtures healing and transformation. And as you elevate others, you rise yourself. Recall that in my realm, the usual measures of success are often reversed. Where culture exalts status, I admire the servant's heart. Where society honors self-promotion, I reward humility. Choose the route of love and service, even if no one acknowledges you. My eyes see every silent act of kindness. My rewards echo eternally, far surpassing fleeting earthly praise. When doubt tries to cloud your vision, remember each moment you conquered the odds. Every instance you once believed impossible, but overcame anyway. Think of when provision or reassurance arrived just in time. Such memories are reminders that I, your creator, have always been reliable, and I will remain so. You might feel tempted to slip back into old, destructive routines, addictive habits, toxic relationships, or harmful thinking. In those moments, remind yourself that you are now a new creation in my love. I have placed strength within you, and my spirit bolsters you against returning to darkness. Stand firm in the freedom I secured for you at the cross. Align your actions with the identity of my cherished child, not with echoes of your past. I smile upon you when you exercise your creativity, whether that's through art, music, writing, or some other channel. These impulses spring from the creative spark I've shared with you. By displaying your gifts, you reflect my divine essence to the world. Let these talents glorify me, directing attention to the giver of all good things. Your creativity is a form of worship, too, a joyful celebration of the abilities I've entrusted to you. Let even your daily encounters become moments to foster peace. When you meet rudeness or impatience, counter it with understanding. Show kindness even when you believe the other person doesn't deserve it. Remember, you once needed mercy too, and I bestowed it upon you abundantly. As you sow seeds of peace in discord, you bring my presence into environments hungering for life. I want you to trust that I'm involved in both the monumental episodes of your life and the seemingly minor details. I care about your joys, sorrows, ambitions, and even the fleeting thoughts you have. No concern is too small. If even a sparrow doesn't fall outside my awareness, how much deeper my concern must be for you, crafted in my image and adored beyond measure. When you feel lonely, friends hard to find, misunderstandings unavoidable, remember what I promised. I will never abandon you. Take hold of that truth like a child gripping a parent's hand in a crowded space. My presence is your harbor, unchanging and steadfast no matter who steps in or out of your life. When you tire of the turmoil in this world, wars, injustice, and suffering, turn that heaviness into prayer. Your intercession releases my power into situations you can't physically alter. I witness every wrong, hear every cry for mercy. In my own perfect time, I bring justice like a powerful river. Until then, let compassion guide you, raising your voice for those who have none and extending a hand to those in need. I rejoice that you've read these words with an open heart. Take them as my invitation to a deeper relationship. Don't let these truths vanish as mere fleeting thoughts. Let them shape how you decide, how you hope, and how you remember you're enfolded by my love. Return to these promises whenever worry looms large. They spring from my eternal nature, immune to the world's instability. All that I am, I offer to you, my unending love, wisdom, protection, and every promise. You are never asked to be faultless, only to be willing. With your yes, I can achieve far more than you dare to dream. Lay every concern down and allow my peace to overflow your soul. Walk confidently, aware that you are cherished by the one who spoke the galaxies into place. That same creative voice now speaks vitality into you, painting your life with shades of hope, faith, and love. Yes, you've come a long way, yet our journey carries on. Each conversation and each silent moment where you lean on me strengthens our bond. My desire is for you to thrive in every aspect of life, displaying the splendor of my kindness. Your story is far from complete. No matter how grim certain chapters seem, the turning point brims with redemptive might, and its conclusion shines with my steadfast faithfulness. Embrace this time, dear child. Let my love permeate your whole being, erasing your fears, renewing your mind, and healing what has been fractured. The future stands full of possibility, far exceeding your greatest wishes, and I will walk you through every bend and curve. My grace is inexhaustible, my love is inexhaustible, and my peace is available right now for you to receive. Breathe it in, resting in the certainty that you are forever safe in my embrace. My words to you are gentle, spanning eternity, drawing you closer so you can feel the steady rhythm of my love. When the world feels relentless and your heart feels stretched to its limits by setbacks or exhaustion, stop, breathe, and rediscover the reality of my presence. I have watched you from your very first breath, and I'm watching over you still, eager to soothe the strains within your spirit. Even if you feel uncertain or unqualified, know that your every trembling movement toward faith and every small spark of hope moves my heart deeply. I understand every aspect of you, your strengths, weak spots, and each subtle thread of who you are. nothing escapes me. Take comfort in realizing that I long to meet your hidden needs, just as I've already supplied many visible ones. Release the need to carry it all on your own, and remember that I stand ready to share the weight of your burdens. Listen for my voice as it calls out above the din of daily demands, drawing you into my great compassion. In moments where responsibilities, strained relationships, or old wounds threaten your peace, realize I am near, quietly awaiting permission to flood your life with my healing grace. Let me reassemble what is broken. Let me breathe fresh life into parts of you that have grown dull under shadows of hopelessness. I long to trade your sorrow for dancing, freeing your spirit from anxiety's grip. Glance around and see the subtle ways I've already cared for you. A timely word from a friend, an unexpected opportunity that arrived when you needed it most, or a laughing moment that reminded you that joy still exists. Those are no coincidences, but little reminders of my attentive presence. Though the world swirls in chaos, my kingdom stands firm. You dwell in that kingdom whenever you choose to look toward me, rather than letting circumstances control your perspective. In that posture of faith, you'll notice the gentle ways I nudge you toward a calm and durable peace. When your perfect plans crumble and your defenses fail, rest in my timeless promise. I am the same today as I have always been and always will be, so you can plant your hope on unshakable ground. Reflect on those days when you felt most vibrantly alive, passion brimming in your spirit, a sense of a higher mission guiding you. Those burning embers were a glimpse of the purpose I breathed into you before time began. I formed you to mirror facets of my own nature: creativity, perseverance, tenderness, and generosity, to list but a few. Let them ignite in you once more, and do not doubt your uniqueness. It's precisely that distinctive fragrance I wish for you to bring into the world. By living true to your design, you shine as a beacon in the midst of shadows. With me right beside you, you are prepared to bring hope wherever you tread. Consider just how far you've already come. There were nights of the soul so dark you didn't believe you would escape, yet you did. You stand here, reading these words, open to my voice. When all outward signs screamed at you to give up, I sustained you, whispering courage into your spirit. Perhaps you've experienced betrayal or injustice, episodes that shook your faith in goodness. Yet in every valley, my heart beat alongside yours, taking on your pain, leading you to a future redeemed. Even though you can't see the whole portrait yet, every thread, bright or dim, helps form a masterpiece that attests to my love and faithfulness. I urge you to release any hidden resentment that quietly collects in the corners of your heart. Anger or bitterness may take hold if you've been wronged, but such emotions become barriers, halting my flow of healing in your life. I know relinquishing your grip on these feelings can be tough when you yearn for justice, but justice is mine to carry out in ways beyond your imagining. Lift that weight from your heart, letting forgiveness make room for my renewing power. In mercy, you taste the sweetness of grace, generously extending it to those who never believed they deserved it. Peer ahead with a mindset renewed. So many people regret the past, believing their best days are over. But I say your story continues, and I, the author, am still inscribing lines of hope, love, and breakthrough. Hand me your schedule, resisting the temptation to compare your journey with anyone else's. The road I've laid before you is carefully planned. Some sections may appear winding or laborious, but each turn shapes you for the blessings you can't currently perceive. Walk by faith, confident that I know precisely which doors should open and when. Meanwhile, honor each small accomplishment along the way. Every day offers new insights into my nature, chances to strengthen meaningful bonds, and opportunities to sharpen your sense of purpose. Never let your flaws disqualify you from a life of meaningful impact. Recall, my power reaches its fullness in human weakness. Over and over, I choose what appears unremarkable to showcase my limitless ability. Your frailties, handed over to me, become gateways through which my grace shines brightly. A humbled heart outmatches a performance free from error. so don't despise your broken edges. Let me refine them into catalysts for your transformation and for the good of those around you. I am fully aware of the moments loneliness enveloped you, convincing you no one else could understand your turmoil or your confusion. Even then, I was near, like a faint whisper in the background. I saw the tears others missed and heard your silent pleas when despair neared. Take heart that your tears were not lost in emptiness. They ascended to me, stirring me to send glimmers of hope your way. Stay alert for these hopeful sparks, perhaps an unexpected kindness or a sudden memory of love. Don't dismiss them. Each is evidence that you are known and treasured. There may be days you awaken feeling an inexplicable void, like a nagging ache. You might attempt to distract yourself with busyness or endless diversions, but those can't fill the spiritual need embedded in you. This longing is my gift, pulling you back to my heart. Neglecting it can dull you to the very love capable of healing. Instead, heed my spirit's gentle tug. Let the world's noise fall silent so you can hear my whispered reassurance. As you make space for me, you'll uncover a profound fulfillment that stays, even as the short-lived glitter of the world fades away. Remain mindful of the ways pride may slip unnoticed into your thoughts. Self-righteousness, refusing to admit your failings, or constantly seeking others' endorsement. Pride simply masks the urge to control life rather than trusting me. Yet transformation flourishes where humility takes root. Think of a seed resting below ground, unseen before it sprouts and breaks into sunlight. In the same way, humility plants you firmly in my will, where you can truly flourish. The deeper your roots grow in me, the more you'll withstand any gale of hardship. Many voices around you will claim to speak truth, but continually measure them against the stable bedrock of my word. Human ideologies shift with each cultural current, yet my wisdom remains unchanging. Base your life upon my teachings, modeled in love, integrity, and righteousness. As the storms of popular opinion rage, you'll remain secure. Keep coming back to me in prayer, seeking my perspective. I reveal my heart through subtle intuition, scripture that speaks precisely to your situation, or counsel from friends who convey my compassion. Never think miracles vanished with ancient times. I still perform wonders for those who lean on me. Yes, the sick are still healed, even after dire diagnoses. Yes, providence still arrives when finances grow tight. Yes, shattered bonds can be repaired. Open your heart to the idea that my intervention can be both dramatic and gradual. A quick surge of strength during illness, an unexpected job for needed income, or a conversation that rekindles lost unity. Be it grand or discreet, my reach has no limits. I invite you to rest assured that I am always present, not only during extraordinary achievements or in religious buildings, but also in the everyday tasks and interactions. I'm there when you cook dinner, drive to work, or comfort a troubled friend. Each chore can shine with a sense of sacred purpose when done in fellowship with me. Look for my hand even in the minor details, harmonizing the sweeping arcs of your life with its small, tender moments. When monotony or helplessness creeps in, especially regarding the world's overwhelming issues, remember that your simple acts of devotion, compassion, and prayer echo in eternity. Realize that prayer isn't just a ritual of phrases, but a living, two-way conversation with me. Speak openly about your pains, doubts, hopes, and delights, then grow quiet and listen. In that stillness, I often answer the questions you haven't yet formed. Stay determined when replies aren't instantly visible. I am stretching your discernment and shaping your desires to mirror mine. Eventually, you'll see no earnest prayer goes unanswered. It just might unfold in ways unlike what you first imagined. Also remember, you are part of a much greater community of believers. Isolation can trick you into feeling solitary with your burdens, as though no one else faces similar battles. Seek out others who love me, who will share in your trials and hold you accountable. Through unity, you glimpse the expanse of my kingdom. Lives from all sorts of backgrounds, yet linked by the same faith, each revealing some aspect of my nature. Remain open to both receiving and giving within this family, for I frequently convey my love through other people's hands and voices. You have unique gifts to contribute as well, so step forward and let my spirit show you where your passions and abilities can bless others. It's essential to protect your mind. Unmonitored thoughts can spiral into despair. Words of self-condemnation, regret, or envy spread like shadows, shutting out awareness of my constant goodness. Dispel that darkness with truth. Speak life over your situation, refusing to utter curses. Fill your inner being with gratitude. Every day, reflect on blessings, both large and small, and let that thankfulness anchor your spirit in continual praise. Worship is not limited to music or formal gatherings. True worship occurs whenever you deliberately shift your gaze away from difficulties and towards my sovereignty, acknowledging that all life flows from me. Don't let others' faults poison your view of love. Yes, human affection can wound or fail, but my love remains pure, free from hidden motives. I love because it is my very nature. No sin you commit can prevent me from seeing who I molded you to be. Let my perfect love redefine your understanding of genuine devotion, loyalty, and tender care. Let it mend every gap left by human love, healing a voice in your mind that suggests you're unlovable. You may have grown impatient while awaiting the breakthrough you've yearned for, wondering if my answers have fallen by the wayside. Take heart, I'm never late. My timeline might differ from yours, but I view your life's entirety from beginning to end. I arrange events when your heart, your environment, and those around you are all aligned to fully receive what I bestow. Never believe waiting signals my disregard. I am simply equipping you to hold and manage the blessings for which you pray. Meanwhile, be faithful in the everyday steps, building a solid foundation upon which greater blessings can stand. When trials hit back to back, it's understandable to question if you can endure. It might feel as though you're in a refining fire with wave upon wave crashing over you. But recall that a refiner's furnace purges impurities from precious metal, heightening its value. Each challenge you tackle with me at your side molds your character and fortifies your endurance. I don't take pleasure in seeing you hurt. No, my heart aches with yours, but I see the ultimate product, a soul tempered by perseverance, carrying a luminous testimony that brings light into the darkest corners. Widen your gaze beyond your immediate circumstances. Personal crises can blind you to the broader story, my kingdom flourishing, hearts warming to compassion, and lives rescued from despair. Lift your perspective from your own struggles to see I'm moving across the globe, raising voices of justice, mercy, and truth. While you trust me for personal deliverance, also remember your role in a worldwide family. Your prayers for nations far away or for overlooked communities reach me. Don't underestimate the ripple effect of selfless intercession. Treasure each new day as a gift, refreshed with my mercy. Discard the idea that yesterday's hardships must define who you are now. Start anew with a clear aim, to embody my love through your words, your interactions, and your quiet thoughts. You aren't condemned to repeat the errors of the past. My grace appears anew each dawn. Let it shape your outlook so that no matter yesterday's troubles, you have a fresh slate to walk in the light today. Your spiritual enemy might whisper that your existence lacks value, that you're beyond redemption, or that your prayers fall on deaf ears. Identify this for the deception it is, an attempt to eclipse your vision of my majesty and your possibilities in me. Hold fast in the authority I've granted you, proclaiming my truths over your situation. Reject the lures to give in to despair or idleness, recalling that you're made in my image, too precious to remain overshadowed by defeat. I've already placed in your grasp the tools of righteousness, faith, truth, and prayer, enough to obliterate strongholds of negativity. Let me remind you about the immense power of gratitude, even in challenging times. Gratitude transforms your inner landscape from ruin to renewal. Identify a single thing, no matter how small, for which you can sincerely thank me. Maybe it's the meal that nourished you today, the surprise call from a friend, or simply the breath you're taking now. Each point of thanks becomes a stepping stone, leading you from heaviness into light. Soon, you'll realize every day brims with reasons to celebrate my faithfulness. As your thankfulness flourishes, despair finds little room to take root. When thinking about the path ahead, you might feel dwarfed by your aspirations or uneasy about the hurdles you anticipate. Take solace in knowing I am the one who planted these dreams in your heart. If a vision aligns with my will, trust that no dream is beyond my power to nurture. Trust my timing. Learn to sense my spirit's guidance. There might be periods of fervent effort, pouring your best energies into the missions I assign. Then there may be intervals of retreat and reflection, letting my spirit recalibrate your focus. Both are essential for your growth. Avoid mistaking waiting for inactivity. Waiting can be a holy span of preparation. Right now, you may carry unseen wounds, heartache or betrayal that's gone unspoken. You might attempt to ignore them, hoping they'll vanish if not confronted. But suppressed pain often lingers, influencing your connections, your self-image, and even how you perceive me. I invite you to bring those hurts into my presence, praying through them or sharing them with a wise counselor or confidant. Led by my spirit, watch as truth, compassion, and balanced counsel initiate a gentle but thorough healing. Life doesn't have to be lived behind protective walls. My power is showcased most clearly when you surrender your fractured places for restoration. In seeking contentment, be on guard against the illusions of the world. Achievements and public applause can satisfy momentarily, but will inevitably fade. Genuine contentment rests in discovering that I alone suffice. Whether you have plenty or are in need, recognized or unknown, my unchanging presence anchors you. As you rely on me, life's shifting conditions lose their ability to control your joy. You become like a well-rooted tree by flowing water, able to bear fruit in every season, unaffected by the dryness of worldly praise or neglect. At each crossroads of hardship, you must choose to yield to despair or trust in my power to bring forth good. Embrace trust. My redemptive strategies far exceed human logic, turning prisons into platforms of hope and barren deserts into thriving sanctuaries. Your darkest chapter, surrendered to me, can become the greatest testimony of encouragement for others. Understand the significance of your decisions in these pivotal moments. They shape your character and awaken hidden strengths in you, which I use to bless many. Look at how I feed the birds, how the flowers bloom under my watchful care, though they neither fret nor hoard. You hold far more worth than these. Anxiety tries to persuade you that everything hinges on your frantic output. Faith, on the contrary, remains calm, reminding you that I see every need. Surrender your concerns to me in prayer, trusting that your Heavenly Father keeps your welfare close to His heart. Each day when you rise, instead of focusing on what you lack, think about what I place in your open hands. This posture of receiving prepares you to recognize the stream of blessings I pour out continually. Yes, I also see the weight you feel from cultural norms, career demands, and family or social pressures that can cloud your sense of identity. But know this, you are not merely a byproduct of your surroundings. I formed you with exact purpose. Scripture proclaims you are fearfully and wonderfully made, woven carefully apart from all mortal verdicts. Defy the urge to size yourself up by shallow benchmark, ignoring virtue or sincerity. Let me steer you toward a life that stands as proof of love, moral soundness, and a higher calling. A life deeper than appearances. Whenever you question how close I really am, remember how I've already provided for you in surprising ways. Reflect on these memories as anchors for your faith. By reading through your personal story of my involvement, you'll recall that I'm no distant or silent deity, but a living, caring God who remains active in every chapter of your life. When temptation arises, whether to indulge in old habits, lash out, or bend your moral compass, turn to my spirit. You need not remain captive to impulses that corrode your dignity or well-being. The Spirit inside you grants you power to resist and choose a path of life. Even if you've stumbled repeatedly, don't assume failure is your fate. Each moment offers the chance for repentance, for stepping back into the light. The more you rely on me, the more the hold of past vices unravels, freeing you to walk in a renewed way that brings joy, not shame. My heart rejoices when you pray for others, especially those who have hurt you or who seem unreachable. Doing so reflects my own compassion, for I see the entire tapestry of humanity and long for all to be redeemed. Through this outward-focused prayer, you become a conduit for my grace. Occasionally, you'll witness immediate results. Often they'll unfold gradually, unseen. In either scenario, don't doubt that your willingness to love beyond yourself unleashes blessings beyond measure. Stand firm in knowing I made you for fellowship with me. Let your life exemplify my goodness, how you treat people, utilize your skills, and grapple with sorrow. Keep these truths alive in your heart, particularly when silence envelops you. I am loved. I am chosen. I am sustained by a God whose devotion never wavers. Embrace this love. Let it reshape you at the core. Beloved child, as you prepare to step back into your day, know that my voice continues to whisper hope and guidance into your soul. If these words have stirred your heart, let them be the beacon that calls you back to this sacred space, where you can find new strength, wisdom, and a reminder of my everlasting love every single day. Click subscribe and ring the bell now, so you never miss the divine messages I pour out for you. Share this light with others who are seeking solace and truth, and join our family of believers who grow stronger with every return. Remember, my promises are unending, and each visit here plants seeds of hope that blossom into miracles. Go forth in courage, and know that I am always with you, now and forever. Amen.